Well, in just a few days, these two Kansas City sisters will be featured on the new baking series on the Discovery Family Channel, Bake It Like Buddy. We have Rachel and Jenny Scott joining me in the Price Chopper kitchen to explain or to make pecan pie bars, which I am super stoked about, number one, because I'm very hungry. Okay, how did you get involved with Bake It Like Buddy? And first off, this is the guy from Cake Wars, right?
Cake Boss.
Cake Boss.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Cake Wars.
Yeah, totally different show.
You know? But so this is kind of his spin-off show on Discovery Family. How did you guys get involved with it?
So we've always been fans of Cake Boss. We would watch it like every Sunday morning. And so once we kind of got into our cake business and we started baking cakes for years and years, we tried out for it and we got on the show and it was a fun ride.
Okay, well how did you come up with what you were going to make? So did you make this on the show or is it something else?
Did not. No, it was, we sculpted like an amusement park cake, but this is actually, I thought it was great for a fall theme, pecan pie, and it's easy to make because it's in like a bar form, so for like bake sales even, so I thought it would be a great example of kind of how different baking can be.
Okay, well that episode again airs this weekend, so let's go ahead and talk here about what we're making today. These are pecan, so pecan, is it pecan or pecan?
I say pecan.
Tomato.
Okay.
I say pecan, but I know a lot of people say pecan, but it's either one.
Well, Rachel, what do we got to do here to start with our pecan tomato bars?
So we're going to be mixing our eggs into our flour mixture,
okay.
Which is already pre-made.
And I've already mixed up the brown sugar and the flour to kind of get all the lumps out. Okay. So she's going to mix in the eggs.
And then we're going to slowly integrate some corn syrup into our mixture as well.
And it's important that it's dark corn syrup because it does affect the flavor a lot.
Oh, okay.
It gives it like a deep kind of molasses richness.
So is there's a difference between light corn syrup and dark corn syrup?
Oh yeah,
See, I'm learning things every day.
Definitely.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so my sister's going to pour it in there. And then... Well, actually, we have our shortbread already all made up, but we would let, so it's like a shortbread cookie, but so this would actually sit for about 15 minutes to get nice and thick. It has that almost like custard-like center, and then we'll throw our pecans in.
So the pecans into the mixture, and I'm gonna whisk all that up again? Or stir it up here, okay.
Stir it up.
Fold it in, is that the correct term?
It is the correct term, but I don't think it matters too much whenever you're just tossing the pecans in.
See, I watch just enough baking TV to be dangerous.
Okay, there you go.
Did you guys get pointers from Buddy while you were on the show? Did he offer any tips on how to improve your pecan bars or your cakes or anything?
We won't like reveal what the actual cake itself was, but he had really good tips as far as, and like really quick ones too. He observed the cake and like within 5 minutes he was like, well, you should have cut it down here to make it look realistic, and this is a cake that like I was kind of like seeing for a couple days and like working on, and he like got it down within a couple of hours.
So is he really more about the design then of it, or is it like cake mixtures and stuff like that?
And you'll actually see in the show he definitely does appreciate like a great flavor, and so the moisture content, and he holds it up, and it's like a good crumb too. So there are a ton of different ideas that he judges on.
Well, let's finish up these bars here. What do we do next? We just put them on that's just shortbread?
Yeah, so this is like a shortbread cookie. So whenever you cut into it, unlike a pie crust, it'll actually give you a nice clean cut, so you have like more of a precise bar.
Okay.
And then
after you get all that spread out, and then just pop it in the oven for a bit.
And then just pop it in the oven.
And once that is done, you pull it out and probably let it set for a second. Then you can cut them up, and then
and then you'll put it into the refriter so it sets and it cools.
Really good. And then you get these right here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and sample one here because it's been tempting me all day.
Yeah.
Ooey gooey.
Oh my goodness. Now we're talking.
Yay.
All right, Rachel and Jennifer. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see you over the weekend here on the show. Belinda?
Awesome. So repeating mantras can help you define the way you see yourself and the world around you. Here to explain how this meditation practice works is certified yoga therapist Wendy Landry, owner of Om Prana Yoga in Parkville.
If you're like me, sitting in meditation is kind of difficult. Just sitting and breathing sometimes can be like, hey, my body hurts. Oh, I've got a million things to do today. So sitting in meditation doesn't always work for me because I'm type A and I've got a lot of lists going on in my head. But it's It's always good to meditate. So I'm going to tell you how I do it. I actually write mantras. And today we're going to do a peace mantra. You don't have to be an artist, and this doesn't have to be like you've gotten in trouble at school and you're writing sentences on the chalkboard. I've just kind of made a little design here, and then I'm going to start to fill in the design, and I'm going to use the word peace. So I'm just going to start to write peace, and I'm going to think P-E-A-C-E, P-E-A-C-E. P-E-A-C-E, peace. And I'm just going to continue to do this. Sometimes for, 5-10 minutes. Sometimes I do it for an hour. Just kind of depends on how stressed out I am, on how long I work on a piece. And it brings my mind into a calm state, allows my breath to start to relax, and then I get that nice calm feeling.
Another tip is taking it a step farther and putting that word peace on your window or on your desk.
Is there anything worse than not being able to find those special earrings you're looking for when in a rush? I tell you what, I have that problem all the time. So hey, it's time to make your life a little bit easier, or your significant other's life a little bit easier, right? Julie Heckman, blogger for the KC Mom blog, shows me how to make your own earring organizer. So maybe this is like the perfect gift for my wife. Her birthday's coming up next week.
Absolutely, and you can make it in 5 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Like, you're not supposed to spend more than 5 minutes on your wife's 30-something
exactly.
birthday present, right? That's not true, fellas. If you're watching, don't listen to that at all. So first off, how do you come up with these ideas?
So my rule for DIY is it has to be easy and it has to serve a purpose.
Oh, amen.
So if I have a problem in my house, if I can't find something, my first rule of thumb is, what can I do to solve this problem? And for me, it was, I have an empty frame in my basement, and I had some ribbon left over from a craft project.
Okay.
So all I did was cut the ribbon, and then on the back, you just use a trusty staple gun, which every DIY project person should have.
This is a must?
This is like this and a glue gun, hot glue gun, are your two tools that you have to have.
I always figured, yeah, you'd have to have the hot glue gun, or maybe Elmer's glue, and then the staple gun.
The staple gun, you can do everything. So all you do is just make sure the ribbon's really tight across the back, and then staple it down.
There you go. And that's just a simple burlap ribbon here.
Yep.
So just again, you said something you had laying around the basement.
I did.
We could use anything if you had, different colors in your bedroom. You could color coordinate.
You could paint the frame. You could go to a thrift store and find the frame. It doesn't have to be anything special or fancy, but when you put it all together, it kind of looks like a fun like Art Deco thing in your house.
And you keep your earrings and your jewelry all together, right? So you just stick them through there. Now, do these have the backs on them? So would you put that through and fasten it on the behind?
So I would just stick it through, fasten it, and then you don't have to worry about like sorting through a tray that's maybe in your closet. You could put this in your bathroom, you could put it in your closet, you could put it in your bedroom, wherever you get ready in the morning. So it's just right there.
And super easy. Like you said, I'm totally DIY inspired right now.
Yeah.
So why do you choose to do all the DIY stuff instead of just going to shop? Because I'm sure there's plenty of jewelry organizers like you said.
Number one, I'm lazy and I don't like to leave the house. So number two, I don't want to spend money. And number three, it's fun and it's creative. It's a little creative outlet. I work a full-time job. I have kids at home. So this is kind of my little mom time where I get to do my own thing. And
how do you find that in mom time or like dad time? Because I have 2 kids. I don't think there's ever any of that time anymore.
I'm still working on it. So this was 5 minutes I stole back from my day.
Hey, 5 minutes is 5 minutes anymore, right? Well, first off, Pinterest overwhelms me.
Yeah.
How do you sort through, Pinterest emails me like ideas, and I'm like, I don't even look at it anymore. I just delete it.
Just don't.
So you don't think Pinterest is your way, or?
Pinterest is great, but all the things on there require so much time and effort that I would rather find a problem in my house first and then specifically look for a solution. So instead of being like, oh, that's a cool craft project, but I have no idea what I would do with that. Think of a problem in your house or a place you want to organize or something that needs to be solved, and then find the solution.
So there are Legos covering my entire house.
I have a solution for that.
Yeah, 5-minute quick Lego solutions?
5-minute solution. So we had the same problem.
Okay.
I bought those tool organizers, that you put all the like nails and screws in.
The pull-out drawers.
The pull-out drawers, yep. And I have 3 of them in our basement, and we spent one Friday night with the kids. I have a label maker.
Okay.
Of course, you need that too. have a label maker, labeled all the different colors. We labeled people, trees, windows, put them all on the drawers, and Legos stay in that now.
Okay, so the 3 things we need to DIY, we need a hot glue gun, we need a staple gun, and a label maker. That's all you need to know.
All
Julie,
you need.
Julie, thank you so much for being here for the great tips today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So a good burger can happen indoors. We've got one that's on the healthier side and perfect for you to enjoy this weekend when you're getting ready to take as the Chiefs take on the Chargers. Jessica Crozier stopped by the Price Chopper Kitchen to show us how to make this bold burger. What all do we have lined up here? What do you need?
Okay, so we're making a zucchini turkey burger. So mixing in that lighter turkey meat rather than beef, and then also mixing in some fresh vegetables to give it a little bit of a lift.
Okay, so let's get started here.
Sure.
We've got the turkey meat.
Yep, you'll want a pound of turkey meat, prepackaged at the store you can get. And then we're going to use fresh zucchini and fresh onion as the vegetable add-ins. And you can take it, you need about a cup of zucchini. So if you have a grinder like this, you can just, or grater, just do that. It's about a medium zucchini. This whole zucchini is probably way too much.
You also want to eliminate some of the water, so what's that process?
So this already has the water eliminated from it. Once you get the zucchini grated, you'll want to grab a cheesecloth, put it in there, and just wring it out like you would anything else that you would with a cheesecloth. So it helps squeeze out the water. That's especially important with the onions. The onions hold a lot of extra moisture. So these ones have been strained out of the extra water. But you do that because when you add it into the meat, you don't want that extra moisture. It'll make it fall apart more. So,
and do we add in the breadcrumbs?
Yes. Okay. And so then also to help bind it so that you get those nice firm burgers together, you put in a cup of panko breadcrumbs and 1 egg. And then from there on, you mix it until it's just really all the way mixed up.
And we know that the liquid to actual meat, there's a portion ratio here. What is that?
The liquid to actual meat, like you just don't want a lot of added liquid. Like you just want a little bit so that the veggies don't dry out, actually.
And this looks so good. It smells great. What consistency are we looking for?
You want it similar to beef. Once it's all mixed up, you'll be able to tell. Here, let me grab these ones that are already all mixed up and formed. So once you get it mixed up, you can form it just like normal burgers, or you should be able to. So that's the consistency you're looking for, to where you ball it up. This makes about 5 quarter-pound hamburgers or turkey burgers, and form it up just like you would a normal patty.
And those look great. Do we want to put those on the grill so we can show everyone exactly what this is going to look like?
So we don't have it turned on right now, but you'll want it over medium-high heat, and then it'll start to fry once you get it in there.
Okay, and once we did do that, are we looking for brown? Do you want to actually...
You want it cooked all the way through because it is poultry, so to eliminate the risk of like salmonella, then cook it all the way through. Probably about 7 minutes on each side is good. If you're outdoors on charcoal, medium-high heat, indoor, medium heat, so.
Now, I also want to ask you, so we're seeing these fresh vegetables right here. Is this a great way to implement veggies into your protein source?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you have those kids who are like, no, it's green, I don't want to eat it. But they might be okay with turkey burgers. Throw in the zucchini and onions, and it helps give them a little bit more nutrients in their meal.
I want to get to the toppings. What is going to make this next level out of this world?
Oh, sure. So our recipe includes a lemon aioli, and it actually has feta cheese, mayonnaise, and lemon grate or lemon zest, and also lemon juice in it. Just mix it up. I like making it the night before because then the flavors mesh together a lot better. And then you just put a little bit of that on top. Then whatever your favorite burger toppings are, you can add those. You can add cheese if you want. I usually leave it with just this because it already has the feta in there.
And I think the aioli kind of makes it a different taste, which is something that everybody's looking for as they're trying to spruce up those meals. Well, for more great ideas and fresh dish recipes, go on to mypricechopper.com. You can also find demo videos and extra how-to help if you're like me and just need that.